Hello, Raising Vibrations community, and hello to my Virgo friends out there. This is your forecast for December 2016. So, wow, here we are with December, and I must admit, the experience of December is going to be a really bizarre and wacky and interesting one from my point of view, at least. I I definitely feel that December is a month that is going to reveal to you and reveal to us all of the experiences in one go. So all of the experiences from January up until December. So just everything that's just happened to us is all going to culminate into one sort of month and its energy patterns. And I feel that a lot's going to change for us as we kind of transition deeper into this cycle, into this experience that is life, to what it means to understand ourselves as human beings, and what is our journey and purpose here on earth and stuff. So a big month for sure, definitely. So how's that actually going to play out for you in terms of your journey? Now it's really interesting actually, because for the Virgo constellation, you've got Pluto transiting your fifth house of your astrological charts, and of course he's been there for 5 years now. Sorry, not 5 years. To apologize, since 2008. So that's a long period of time where your deepest unconscious desires and emotional growth has come through self-validation. Okay. A big thing for the Virgo constellation for your sun sign is, how are you being recognized in the world? How are you becoming validated through your experience? How are you following that feeling of special destiny? Okay. Now, for all of us, we've each got our own natal charts. And so the story is kind of something that exists in the background of our lives. Now, your sun sign's Virgo, but you might have Pluto in the 11th house of the astrological charts, okay? So how does your feelings of special destiny integrate into your actual soul's desire, which is, I'm here to find myself in group dynamics, right? So there is a very strong sensitivity and a very sort of deeper awareness that goes along with these sun sign forecasts. But for you, majorly, it has been deeply about your self validation and sense of special destiny, and how that's coming out to play. Now, along with that process, there's also been Uranus and Neptune. Now, both Neptune is transiting your seventh house of your astrological chart, and Uranus is in your eighth. So, of course, from a Virgo perspective, a lot of the unconscious patterns in relationship dynamics are dissolving for you. You'll probably find that a lot of how relationships themselves have been like really rapidly changing for you over the last 4 years. And for yourself as well, a very strong part of how you've been seen and how you are operating in social sphere has been also changing, okay, in a very, really big way. Like your relationship to relationships themselves has become very much about what inspires you and what doesn't inspire you, what is the right relationship and what isn't. And with Uranus being in the eighth house, of course, that's also bringing deep acceleration around what are your new boundaries around intimacy, okay? What are your limitations that you have, that you need to grow through in order for you to achieve your feelings of special destiny, right? So, to be quite honest, this transit for you, these three outer planets that are really shaping your constellation in that sense, have really been in some really tough places, and you're kind of like figuring out, how do you belong within the social context, and what is the meaning, the ultimate meaning, or not ultimate meaning, sorry, but ultimate sense of special destiny. I mean, I keep on coming back to that scenario, but that's pretty much what it's been like. Now, for you, you've also got the south and north node of the astrological chart also, in the seventh and and first house. So your north node's in Virgo as well. So it's already in your first house. So this is definitely a month, or should I say a period of time since last year, if I'm not mistaken, where a lot of the focus has been healing yourself, okay? Healing your sense of identity. A lot of attention is around a new direction that has brought you closer to, again, the ultimate story. What is your sense of special purpose? Where do you fit in? What is your gift, etc.? And how does that play out in the world? And you've also, for the beginning of this year, also come out where Jupiter has been transiting your first house. So you've definitely had a huge explosion in terms of a core belief system or a philosophy that has really reshaped you. And with Saturn also transiting your fourth house of your astrological chart, a lot of that core philosophy has been reshaped with Jupiter in Virgo for the first part, of this year. And how do you emotionally connect with it? Okay, so that's what the story's been like for at least September 2015 up until September 2016. And then I would say now from September 2016 onwards, Jupiter's been in Libra. So it's been kind of entering your second, or it has been entering your second house and playing a lot in what are your fundamental values. Like, how do you value your belief system? What is the resources that brings you empowerment in those philosophies or core ideologies? So let's say, for instance, you're sitting here, you're like, this is my dream, this is what I'd like to do. And now you're going, these are the resources that it brings me. You're like weighing up the pros and cons and really getting a stronger sense of this new core philosophy. Now you've got the sun transiting for the month of December in Sag, and it will also be from the 21st of December onwards, it'll be in Capricorn. So the fourth house of your astrological chart, where the sun is right now, and the fifth house will be playing a big role again when it comes to what is your like self-identity and how do you give power to that. So the best way for me to describe this next month for you is you're learning how to fuse emotional realities and special destiny or creative artistic expressions together. How do you breathe fire into this new self? How do you give yourself more purpose? How do you give yourself more meaning? How do you bring yourself out into the world where you find more connection in a way that like validates your path, your journey, your sense of meaning, your sense of recognition? So a very, very big month for you there. Now, Mars has been transiting through your sixth house for quite some time, and it's also been making a trine, of course, to Jupiter. So you've also been really looking at the most effective and efficient way and most organized way of dealing with your life, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if your health has come under some introspection. You've probably looked at some aspects of yourself that maybe needs more competence. You know, with the Virgo archetype, you guys love to research and learn the stuff straight away and be like, now I'm empowered through what I know. So with that Mars transiting that sixth house, it's definitely brought about a sense of, I'm just going to kind of reflect upon what I need to improve, how I can become better at that, how I can link that with my sense of values, how I can then become more empowered through this new discovery. Like, these are the thought patterns, the energy patterns that are kind of allowing for a more closer understanding of yourself, right? So some wonderful stuff going on here. I would like to say, though, that the fact that Saturn and the moon, the sun is transiting your fourth house as well, this is also a time for nourishment, okay? So I did say to you that with Mars being in the sixth house, there's a lot of kind of inner reflecting. This is a great opportunity to kind of just chill out, relax, and be a little bit more comfortable. I know my partner's Virgo, and as I was reading the chart right now, I was actually seeing clearly how her last couple of weeks have really been embedded in her own psyche and looking after the emotions and being in the home and kind of just nurturing, okay? It's really important to nurture as you enter that fourth house, okay? All right, so let's have a look at some of the dates that are happening on the 22nd of Gemini, on the 13th of December. Gemini full moon will be having 22 degrees, and that lands all the way in your 10th house of your astrological chart. So of course, this is going to be where a lot of your feelings of wanting to maybe come out into the world relative to this hibernation period, finding a new connection to what you and how you've been recognized and validated. So this is definitely going to be a pattern on the 13th that's going to give you an opportunity to find out where you belong, and maybe some opportunities might come your way, or reflect you if you're feeling comfortable wanting to come out into the big bad world. So on the 19th, both Mercury and Mars change their energy patterns. Mars will move into Pisces, and that's your 7th house. So nice social sphere experience that will begin to take place for you. On the 19th, of course, Mercury goes retrograde. So Mercury will be in your 5th house for up until that point in time. It's probably about 2 weeks. And then Mercury will go back into the 4th house of your astrological chart, where you'll just kind of like go back into a little bit of more of a homely mood state and just kind of chill out there for a bit again. So this is very much a month where it's just staying at home, chilling out, enjoying some time, just eating some good food, and just drinking lots of water and chilling out and just, taking it easy. But also at the same time, getting really, really connected to a feeling of, wow, what would I like to do with my time? Okay. And finally, on the 26th and 28th of December, Jupiter is going to oppose Uranus and Saturn is going to square Chiron. And this is what I'm saying to everybody: chill out. This is a period of time where the best thing to do is to just sit back and watch your consciousness, watch your mind, watch the world, because the more you engage in this experience, the more you're going to get entangled in the chaos and nonsense that these energies bring, which is just more tension and more oververted sensitivity. Okay. All right, my Virgo friends, thank you very much for listening to this. You can always support my work by going over to my website, and that will be in the description below, and sharing this material, checking out some of the courses that I've got, like learning astrology, booking a reading, etc. Okay. Other than that, have a fantastic month. Speak to you soon. Take care.